this week on Way of the Master.
Kirk, how was that for you? We've heard your testimony on the program before and how you came to Christ and you grew up in an atheist family. So witnessing to family, I mean, you had to talk to your parents, your siblings, and then after that, I'm sure relatives. How was that for you?
Like you said, that's a challenging thing to do. And one of the verses in Scripture that's coming to my mind is a series of verses where it's talking about husbands and wives, and wives can win over their husbands by their conduct.
Yeah.
And I think that family relation is, I think there's a principle there that would carry into other family members as well. The way that we live our life. And this was even with my Growing Pains family. It was much more awkward to talk with them than it was to talk with complete strangers. I think that's why I enjoyed learning from you out on the streets and 3rd Street Promenade and open air preaching, because that's infinitely easier than talking to people that you really, really care about. Right. You don't want to scare them away. So I think for me, living the kind of life that demonstrates the blessing and the protection that comes with knowing Christ, I'm hoping is attractive to them, because they know what I'm about. They know what I've said. They've watched the YouTube videos. They've watched the hater videos. They've watched the good videos. Yeah. And I don't think they need to hear that much more from me, because I've already given them an earful. Yeah. And I think now it's about who you are more than what you say.
You brought back a memory how you used to witness before you're Christian and use that principle with non-Christians by letting them see the joy on your face, hoping they'd be attracted to you. Can you give that expression? What have you got?
Tell me about Jesus.
You know, I witnessed to a guy yesterday as a Christian. I thought he was a non-Christian, but we found out he was a Christian. I said, "Are you sharing your faith?" He said, "I'd just like to have people come to me and ask what I've got." And I said, "How many times has that happened in the last year?" He said, "Actually, it hasn't." And it doesn't. That's why we have to go, because men love darkness. They hate the light. Neither will they come to the light. But it is different with family. Absolutely different. You have to have the fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's pressure, because no one, like family, will be as apt to say, "Hey, I thought you were a Christian," right? You're talking about our life, but that can be a double-edged sword, because on the flip side of that, when we do mess up, when we do blow it, they're quick to come back and say, "I thought you were a Christian."
Yeah.
Which really, I think, brings to home the realization that people have an expectation of what Christians really should be. Obviously, the expectations are in some ways unrealistic, because they think we're supposed to be perfect without ever erring, but they do know the difference between hypocrisy and the life of uprightness.
That's right.
And so the key to being upright and to walking in integrity. What is the saying, Mark? Integrity is what you do when
nobody's around.
When no one's around, in the dark, when no one's looking.
I think it was D.L. Moody that said something like that. What you are in the dark.
And so that's key.
Who you are in private is who you really are.
TV and streaming listings available at wayofthemaster.com.